No, yeah.
Dude, your college girls would fucking love that.
I want to go to a college. I have a sorority.
Try San Diego State University.
No, we should take him to like all the like USC, UCLA.
Yeah,
San Diego.
I really want to go. I just don't know
how
to go.
Here, next year I'll take you. Next year I'll take you to my college. I'm sure you'll have plenty of girls will be
you ever seen World
super
War Z?
stoked to see you.
You ever seen World War Z? Just drop there in the middle of the campus, just running,
climbing up the wall.
It's really that bad?
No. Like World War Z. Have you seen World War Z?
Yeah.
So you know when they're like climbing up the wall?
Yeah.
It'll be girls flocking to you.
No, it is.
To me,
Like,
I'm like, damn, like college is really crazy.
No, they'll be very stoked to see you.
Wow.
But yeah, so what I was saying is on Lil Yachty was he was doing like a presentation or whatever on Zoom for all these college people, and then he FaceTimes Aiden Ross, and then Aiden Ross he like shows the camera and he's like, did like you tell him about the time we fucked? And he's like he's on like universities. And then Lil Yachty's face is like,
it's like I fucking knew I should have put him on this.
And he does it every time. It's so
It doesn't
funny.
give a fuck. It's so good.
So do you want to visit like an American college, like university?
Bro.
What are the big things in America that maybe you saw like in Australia that you want to experience?
Project X. That
Right?
shit.
That's
Like
what I was
that's the
thinking.
America I want to see. Like I
Yeah.
want to see everyone like sororities and frat. Like I really want to go to a frat. I don't know if it would be like a good time or like the worst decision ever. Like I just don't know because I've
That'd be a
never
good
been.
time.
So
Yeah.
definitely you're gonna have to not be sober anymore.
Really?
So it's gonna have to. I mean, you can go sober, but like if you go, if you take like a break day.
Don't heaps of people get roofied at?
I mean,
They wouldn't be roofing you. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, I've been drugged before.
What's the story? You've been drugged before?
Twice.
by
What
a
happened?
by a guy or girl.
Guys, I got fucking jumped and robbed. Yeah, it was crazy.
Wait, tell us the story. What the?
No, it was actually like fucked up.
No, that's super out of pocket.
Tell us about
Yeah,
that.
no.
What happened?
It was bad. So I was.
It was bad, dude. It was just bad.
No, this is how I deal with shit. I just laugh. So I was living in England when I was 18, and I went to this place called Notting Hill Festival, Notting Hill Carnival, some shit. And one of the guys that I was with was like, "Yo, like after like a certain amount of time, it gets like very violent, like gangland, so you want to leave." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then anyway, I got split up from the group. Long story short, I made these friends. Everyone was like a vibe. They had like the girls there. Like sisters, brothers, like everyone was like sick, and they were like helping me trying to find my friends. My friends left me; they're gone because it was past that time. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get you guys a drink for looking after me. I'm about to head to the train station. So we start walking, and then I hear this bottle break behind me, and I turn around, and there's this guy running, and then he just gets smacked from back of the head, and then this dude just pulls out a knife and just starts dicing him up in the middle of the street, like 20 times, to the point where this dude like got up, fell over, and there was cops there. They just turned around and walked away. So there was like 6 dudes like beating the fuck out of this guy, but there was one guy just shanking the fuck out of him, and then he got up, fell over, and then I'm pretty sure he died, but I just turned away. I was like, I can't see that.
Yeah.
Like, I had a few drinks as well. Anyway, I was like, you know what? This is crazy. Let's go get a drink. Get a drink.
Get a drink after.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you see that sober, right, you're like, oh my fucking god.
I just didn't know how to process it. Like I still don't. I'm like, damn, like I saw someone get murdered. Like whatever. I don't want to. Like I just don't really know how to process it. So I like kind of, it's just like seems like a weird dream. Anyway, we're like walking, and then we go to this like weird little store, and I was like, hey, let's get some Smirnoffs like for the boys. Everyone, I think I ordered 3 because no one like some of the girls and stuff weren't drinking. I had one of the boys had one, another boy had one. That was it. Don't remember a thing. Just remember waking up in the middle of a bush, no shoes. My wallet was empty. My phone was gone. All I had was my credit card. My belt was gone. I was beat up and my shirt was like ripped up. Whatever they gave me, I was so fucked up that I thought I was back home in Australia. And I was like, damn, what a night. I started knocking on this door. I was like, yo, mom, let me in. Like, what the fuck's going on? And this dude comes in. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get off my porch.
Whoa,
and I was like, oh shit, sorry. I thought I was at home. He's like, you're not at fucking home. Get the fuck out before I beat the fuck out of you. I was like, damn. And I was like, sweet, okay, cool. And I started like walking, and it was like, I think it was like 12. It was like 12:30 or 11:30. It was like really late at night at this point. So I'm like from the hours like 4:30 till that time. I have no memory. Don't know what happened. Don't know how I got there. Don't know what the fuck went on.
And you're sleeping through the day. Now it's 12.
No. So like it was 4:30 in the afternoon till like 12 at night. And anyway, I managed to make my way back to the train station. And whatever they gave me, I just kept coming in and out. Like I remember my memory and like my consciousness just kept coming in and out. So I got on the train. And I sat down and I'm like trying to like figure it out. And someone looked at me like, are you okay? And I was like, nah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. And then because the day it was the next day. This was the last train, by the way. The next day, and it was a public holiday, so we're like on the train, and that means like all the cabs, like everything's like double the price. Everything sucks. Like it's a lot harder to get like a car. I'm on this train. I know where my stop is, and then bang, I just fucking passed out again. And I'm like, what the fuck? I woke up and this guy's like, get off the fucking train. And I'm like, where am I? I'm 2.5 hours where I'm not meant to be. Like,
wow.
Yeah, I made it to the last stop, and I was like, damn. I got out with no like nothing and no cash, and I was like, because in England they only take like cash and stuff, and they don't take credit cards for the taxis. So I was like, hey bro, like this is where I need to be. This is what's happened. Like, can you please take me? And he's like, nah, it's like double the price, and I had no money. So I was like, take me to an ATM. I'll withdraw anything I have, and I'll just give it to you. And I had like, I think I had like 160 pounds. He took it all. I had no money. So I like finally got back to where I was staying. I got in. Everything was cool. But the next day was one of the most bizarre feelings, because I stood up and I was like, damn, I have to get ready for work. And I started walking, and it felt like a depth charge just went off in my brain. Like it felt like there was like an implosion in my head. And then I like woke up and I was on the floor again. I was like, what the fuck? I stood up and I started walking, and then it happened again. I was on the floor again. I'm like, damn, like maybe I got some sort of brain damage from whatever the fuck happened. And then I fell down the stairs, and I was at the bottom of the stairs. I was like, this is just weird. And then it's got less and less and less. And then by the time when I went to work, like I saw the boys, and I was like, guys, like you really fucked me. Like I'm 18. I've never been here before. Like you guys have been in this carnival like a handful of times, and like I really, really got fucked up. And then the second time was, the worst part is because for some reason I thought it was a good idea to keep all the cash that I was earning on me, because I didn't really know where to put it. So like I was working in a bar, so I had like 400 pounds of the money that I saved because I was trying to do my thing on me, and I lost all of that. So I was like, fuck, this sucks. But the second time I was in,
the people that you said like you fucked them, were they the ones that drugged you?
No. They were my friend. I told them, and they felt bad. Like, oh damn, we're so sorry. Like we didn't. The people
because you lost them earlier in the night.
Yeah. I lost. Oh, but the people that I had to drink with, I found them on Facebook. I was like, yo, like that was horrible. Why would you do that to someone? Yeah. And they're like, bro, we thought you drugged us. One of the guys woke up with a broken arm. Another one woke up butt naked on the underground. What the fuck? Like just completely naked.
Was it the girls then?
Maybe.
No. It was the people that gave us the drinks for sure, because they were like they must have just like seen us and be like, you know what, like these guys are just
easy target,
like, easy targets. And like I'm, you know, a 6'5" dude drinking a Smirnoff Ice. So people, you guys say Smirnoff or whatever the fuck you guys say here.
No, it's Smirnoff.
Smirnoff. Yeah. Whatever.
Okay. But
they're
I was like,
terrible. They're
horrible.
Smirnoff.
But oh no, please sponsor the podcast.
No, don't. Smirnoff Ices are meant to only be just hazed upon you by your friends on your birthday. Besides that, never drink.
So what was that? So like where you're like falling in and out of consciousness? Is that a roofie or like?
I got no idea. It must have been some funky shit, because everyone I was like talking about it was just like, oh no, you must have been like really fucked up. I was like, no, there's a big difference between being drunk and whatever the fuck they gave me.
Go into different dimensions and shit.
Yeah, and I also was just like, I got to a point where I just stopped talking about it, because I was like, oh well, I'm glad it happened to me than anyone else in my group, because I know how to deal with it. But if it was a girl or say it was someone, I would just feel fucking horrible. So I'm like, cool, whatever, I'll just shut up and figure it out. But the second time was in Amsterdam, and that shit was fucking weird. That shit was so bizarre. I remember we had a monster night. Like I was looking terrible.
Yeah, just friends.
Halloween. It was so bad. And we were walking past this bar, and the girls that were with, because it was American college girls that were traveling, and I was like, sweet. We had a really cool group, and went into this bar, and these dudes were just like dancing, but like trying to tip their beers on the girls, and they were like, Harry, can you say something? And I'm like, damn, like, hey bro, like I really don't appreciate, like the girls are feeling very uncomfortable, like it's fucking 4 a.m, like let's relax, have a cheeky beer and like chill out. And he's like, oh, don't worry bro, have this beer, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh, thank you, sweet as. And he's like, how fast can you drink it? I was like, pretty fast. Oh. Down it went. Bro, I'm in a Superman suit with long hair, and then I'm like and I don't remember a thing. So I had that, and I was like, shit, all right, feeling funky. And then the girls said the next day, they're like, oh, you were adamant that you were not leaving these people. You were so adamant. And I only had one video on my phone where I was like filming myself. I was like, these guys can speak this language, blah, 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 blah. And I was like yelling at my phone. and then one of them was like, yeah, let's take this guy. And the other one was like, no, don't worry about him.
You heard that in the video?
It's in the video, yeah.
Holy fuck.
And then anyway, the only other memory I have was just me running and holding my neck. Like I was just holding my neck, just sprinting and crying. Like I was running through this like streets of Amsterdam, holding my neck. Like for some reason, I thought someone put a knife to it.
Do you think someone like choked you out or something? Like
Nah. The only traumatic thing that I can remember is that there was a knife put to it. That's the only thing I remember is I thought I was gonna die in that moment. So I was like running, like screaming and crying, sprinting, and then I jumped up and like was like hiding on this like little cafe thing beside one of the canals, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna jump in. I'm just have to get in and like get away.
That's how people die there.
Yeah, I was like looking at it for like 5 minutes. I was like, fuck, I could really just jump in and figure. And it was freezing. It was so cold. But I'm like hiding behind like there was like little like coffee tables and like chairs and shit. And I'm like hiding, and I had them like barricaded up a little bit. And I'm like, damn. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna fight these dudes. Like whatever they have, like I don't care. I'd rather fight them than fucking drown. So I like jumped down the street and there was no one, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" No one was around me. There wasn't even a fucking whisper of anyone. I was like, "This is bizarre." So then I don't remember a thing, but I just started running again. All I remember is just sprinting. And then once I got back to the hostel, the girls were saying that I was like so anxious and like amped up that I was like, I need to pee, but I can't pee. So I was like looking behind me. I was like so scared. So this girl is holding my dick while I'm peeing. Apparently I peed for like 5 minutes while I'm like checking my back, like turning around. It was one of the craziest things ever. And I was like, damn, I had no idea what happened or what they were trying to achieve.
Isn't that crazy how you can be, in your case, you were drugged. Yeah. You can be so fucked up to where like you don't even know what's going on. But when you get to like a near death experience, it somehow, not even, but like it still didn't really even sober you up, but it got you to a point to where that's the only thing you remember.
It's crazy.
And nobody else, nobody else like experiences that, right? Like, the closest thing I've had to like a near-death experience is like, car crashes and stuff like that. We're like, whoa!
Yeah.
But it's like different country. Like I walked back to my hostel at like 1 a.m. in the streets of Amsterdam. It's a scary place because unless you're in the center, everything else is kind of like sketchy. There's dark corners. Everything's
bizarre. But yeah, it was weird. And I also got pickpocketed as well, which was funny because I was like, this guy's like, oh my God, I saw you at the club. Hugged me, and I was like, all right, cool. I hugged him, and I'm like, damn, where's my phone and my wallet? And then I finally got, I was like, bro, I'm gonna get you in the canal. And he's like, oh, I was only joking. I was like, fuck. I was like, I want to do that.
Damn, wow.
That sucks that you can't trust anybody because there's like been times where it's like, hey, you want a shot? I'm like, I'll take that.
I think where like there's probably places where you can't, like there's definitely wherever you go, like if you're with good people. But I was like traveling Europe by myself, and I was being reckless. Like I thought I was invincible. Like I'd go out, and if someone wanted to fight me, I'd just fight them. Yeah. Like I thought I was invincible. So I just think like if you're gonna travel, just be smart and like be with people and good people. Just don't be like an idiot like me, like traveling the world by myself trying to figure it out.
Yeah. You just have friends that can fight really well.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you're not at home because then you feel like you're invincible. Like nobody's gonna I have no connects back home. So if I'm fighting now, I'm fucking fighting.
Yeah.
Or like anything.
Gladiator shit.
For real.
Damn. Did you see did you go to the red light district there? It's nuts, isn't it?
Crazy. I almost had sex.
You almost had sex with it? I know, almost me too.
I got so scared. I walked up to the door and
they like point at you, right? And they wave at you.
Start dragging you in. And then I freaked out and I was like, I'll change your life. And then she's like, excuse me? And I was like, we don't need to do this. I'll change your life. We could do anything. I'll take you anywhere. And she punched me in the head. Bang.
You said, that's the one thing you probably don't say to a prostitute.
Yeah. If I walked up to her, I looked in the eyes. I was like, let me change your life. Like, help me. Like, let me help you. You could be a school teacher. You don't need to do all this. And bro, because I was drunk and 18 and this is the most beautiful woman I've ever saw. I was like, I'll take you back to Australia, please. Bang! Punched me in the head, bloody nose. I was like, what the fuck? And then the pimp or whatever would come out and just grab me. He's like, get the fuck out. And I was like, yes, sir.
It's crazy because you can't have like a normal conversation with a stripper or like a prostitute because like I got my I had my lap dance at like 18 and I had like awkward
lap dance.
Like you have awkward talk to like
tell
okay
the story.
because like
no that is not meant to ever be seen anywhere. We'll tell that afterwards.